Hello aspirants and welcome again to Legacy IAS Academy. In this session, we'll be discussing about Balochistan and also raising and trying to answer the question that did actually Balochistan want to join India? Now, Balochistan, the issue with respect to Balochistan has been there since a long time. It's a long drawn thing, but we'll see why is it in news presently, what is the situation. We'll trace the entire historical background of Balochistan and try to answer this important question as well. So let's get started with today's lecture. So why is Balochistan presently in news? Now there has been a series of attacks by the Baloch separatists. So who are Baloch separatists? These are the people who want Balochistan to be a separate entity, a separate country, a separate state, basically outside the ambit of Pakistan. So they are the separatists. So there have been increased number of attacks, a series of attacks that included that on a train which consisted of 400 passengers. So sort of a hijack and attack on train had happened recently. At the same time, vehicle-borne attacks, suicide attack, which has killed 5 paramilitary personnel, that is the armed personnel of in the Balochistan, in the region of Pakistan. Of course, inside Pakistan, Balochistan is presently in Pakistan, but the separatists want it as a separate state. So this is why it is in news. Now, before we go into the details, a very important announcement here about the current affairs compilation, which especially the 2025 students should go through, which covers all the important topics of last 1 year, having covered all the subjects of prelims, at the same time providing brief notes as well. It has already started subject wise, so don't waste any time and start watching them and revising your current affairs. Apart from that, the impact series which Legacy IAS Academy has launched is very important for enhancing your answer writing. It provides you with comprehensive answer writing practice. It provides you with feedback, but specifically personalized feedback and mentorship for all the GS paper plus essay. So I hope all of you are a part of it. Now let's continue with our topic. So what we have seen that Balochistan is in news because of a series of attacks, including an attack on a train having 400 passengers. So let us look at the historical background of Balochistan. Why this separatist tendency is there, why this issue is ongoing, what has happened in the past. So if you talk about this region, the Baloch region, it consists of Kharan, then Makran, Lasbela and Kalat. So you may pronounce it differently. So the spelling at times can be different. Instead of K, Q can be written, but in Romanized words, K is acceptable. So Kalat is what is mentioned here. So these 4 places together constitute the Baloch region, right? Now, having said that, this is why it's a complex history. We'll just now see. Now, these 4 states have the liberty of joining either India or Pakistan. So let's go back in history. What has happened? India had also faced a lot of issues with respect to ensuring that the princely states stay united and a part of India. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji had played a prominent role in ensuring that. And we were able to ensure that, of course. So the same situation was there here as well. And whatever 4 regions that I talk about, they also had the liberty of deciding whether to be a part of India or to be a part of Pakistan. In fact, they can be independent as well. All 3 options were given by the Britishers to these princely states. So then what are these states? The 4 states we discussed. So what happened here is Kharan, Lasbela and Makaran agreed to join Pakistan. So which state is remaining over here? Kalat is remaining over here. So Kalat, what it did, it refused to accept the demand of Muhammad Jinnah and decided to remain independent. Very important for prelims. Did it decide to join India at that time? No, it decided to remain independent. So this Kalat decided to remain independent, going against the advice, the legal advice at the time given by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Now, once this advice was given, Kalat had denied it. Then what happened? This was becoming an issue. So 4 leaders of that time came together. One, Lord Mountbatten, Mir Ahmadyar Khan. Now, who is Mir Ahmadyar Khan? The then Khan of Kalat. So he was the Khan, or you can say the the topmost person of Kalat, and of course Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. All these four personnel meet. Why? To decide on the future of Balochistan. Now Balochistan consisted of these four regions. Three regions decided to be a part of Pakistan, but Kalat did not. So the issue still remained open. Then what happened subsequently is Kalat declared its independence. So before actually becoming a part of present day Pakistan, Kalat was actually an independent state for over 200 days. All right, so over 200 days it was an independent state. Now we have seen that Jinnah had advised Kalat to be a part of Pakistan, but later on Jinnah swung into. Now what happened? The advice was ignored, and this independence was declared by Kalat. So Jinnah swung into action with respect to what? In trying to force the Khan of Kalat to join Pakistan. So now we are seeing, initially there is an option, whatever you want you can do, but now the force is coming wherein Jinnah is forcing Kalat or the Khan of Kalat to merge with Pakistan. So then what happens is, you want to stay independent, Pakistan is trying to force. So there was a question with respect to this, that from a lot of corners it was asked that did Balochistan at any given point of time want to join India? So there have been legends, there have been voices from different corners which said that yes, it has been said that the ruler of Kalat, that is Mir Ahmadyar, wanted to accede to India. However, it is said that the then Prime Minister of India, that is Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, rejected the plea. Now, what is the reasoning given to that? The reasoning given over here is that India rejected, or the then Prime Minister rejected it, because it would not have done well with respect to India's relationship with Pakistan. It would have destroyed the friendship which Jawaharlal Nehru wanted to instate. Anyhow, we are still no good friends at all. Yes, so probably it would have been worse, or some other, it could have happened, gone in a different direction altogether. So argument is given that probably to keep the friendship intact, to have a long-term friendship with Pakistan, we can't go ahead and do that. That is what the argument was given, saying that Prime Minister had rejected it. However, there is no clear-cut evidence, proof, or a written document or anything which suggests that such kind of accession was requested by Kalat to accede to India. So no prominent evidence basically is there over here. Having said that, what is the ongoing issue that is going on in this particular region? So the present issue that is going on is, of course, the separatist issue. Now these separatists, what are they saying and what are they demanding? The first thing that they say is, we independently decided to stay independent, but we were forced, and we did remain independent for over 200 days, but Pakistan had forced us to be a part of Pakistan, and now we want to secede, we want to separate again, is what is the demand. Now why? The question is, why such demand is being raised? Because it has been decades, it has been over 75 years, but still why this demand? Because it is said that the Balochistan region is not developed properly, it has been neglected. So the issue is, they want free Balochistan because they feel that the amount of development that should have happened in Balochistan is not there. The people of Balochistan is basically being neglected. The development is being neglected. Now, very interestingly, this Balochistan region is not just limited to Pakistan. When they talk about a separatist movement and a separate Balochistan, that separate Balochistan consists of areas or territories majorly in Pakistan, mainland or major part is in Pakistan, with some part in Afghanistan as well as in Iran. Now, understand the conflict over here. So, three countries will be involved. Why majorly Pakistan? Because the major chunk of land of Balochistan is in Pakistan, but also Afghanistan and Iran. Remember for your prelims examination. At the same time, also remember the demography of Balochistan. Balochistan consists of Muslims, of course, but it consists of Sunni Muslims. Why this is important? Because it gives another complexity to it, because it consists of Sunni Muslims. Now, Iran is a Shia state, so Balochistan region is a part of Iran surrounded by Shias, but inside that Baloch region of Iran, there still consists a Sunni dominated population in that Baloch region, but surrounded by the Shias. So again, a conflict is there, conflict within Pakistan is there, and then some part of Balochistan is there in Afghanistan as well. So when they talk about the separatist or free Balochistan, it is not just the part of Pakistan, but also a part of Afghanistan and Iran, which is asked to be separated. Now, what can be the way forward here? So first thing first, it is for the Pakistani government to decide, but for any country, it is necessary that the neighboring countries are not in a turmoil, because that creates unnecessary issues in the talked about country as well. So for us also, just imagine if our neighbors would have been peace loving, the situation would have been completely different, but that's not the case. So let us discuss what can be the way forward. If they are saying that the development has not happened, the people have been neglected, the very basic thing is development of the people, sitting and trying to find out the mutually agreeable points, ensuring that there is a long-term plan for development. If they are feeling ignored, that is reduced, that is eliminated. All things can be done in order to have a more diplomatic and a conversational approach rather than the violence that is going on. However, to do that, each and every stakeholder should be involved in this process. Thank you.